This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for July 9th, 2024. It's currently May 29th, 2024, 10:38 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $526.10. That's USD. The shuffle video for the July 9th reading was created on May 23rd, 2024 at 10:59 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the video playing in the lower left corner. The overall theme of behavior for SPY on the 9th, we have a period of sideways rotation that ends with a fast sudden move higher. Behavior around the highest high, we have a prominent move higher on the one-day chart, followed by a full retracement and then move back down. Behavior around the lowest low, we have a breakout taking place out of the low, and then we're advised to trade around a U-shaped dip that forms near the intersection of two perpendicular diagonal trend lines. Now, I'm going to get into the hour-by-hour chart behavior, as well as determining the timing of the highest highs and the lowest lows, the best trade opportunities, all that stuff in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to make sure you're aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing, as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise, or you can use YouTube tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. So in the pre-market, we have a higher open, and we do sideways bumping along resistance, maybe breaking through resistance and bumping along resistance and more, but there's some sideways rotation there and bumping along resistance. A low in the pre-market as well. We see a lowest low thus far in the pre-market, and then we've got a big move out of the low at the open, taking us to a high. I'm advised to be cautious in that first half hour with that big move to the upside. There'll be sideways rotation and like this big move to the upside. Okay, so at the open we have this big move out of the low into a high, and then we do sideways rotation or some sort of tricky chart behavior in that first half hour that makes it difficult to determine direction. Be careful not to do anything impulsive there. There's a trough at around 10 o'clock, and it looks like that'll form when we have like a notable drop into the trough. There's an important resistance level that's highlighted there between 10 and 11, and we see another high for the day there. All right, so there's a pretty big move off of out of a trough to the upside in between that 10 to 11 o'clock hour, and we have that resistance level again that we failed to break through many times before at a high. There's another sharp drop to the downside, taking us back to a low between 11 and 12, and there's a rally out of that low, increasing with momentum moving forward in time, taking us back to the same high somewhere between 12 and 1. Somewhere between 12 and 1. A lot of price swinging going on here, but that would make sense with the Knight of Discs as the overall theme card. That unicursal though makes me think off of that high there's a really sharp drop, and it looks like there's a rally into the high, and then a sharp drop out of it, and then again out of like a lowest low for the day, just after it looks like 1 o'clock, prominent move back to the upside, followed by a full retracement. Well, maybe almost a full retracement, back to a trough between 2 and 3, and there's price swings there in the last few hours. A big move to the upside at around 315 or 310. But that rally ends when we hit a piece card resistance, another low in the post market. It looks like overall pretty sideways. The sneak preview is a nullified Hierophant card, so not giving us much to work with as far as a sneak preview. But that's S&P or the SPY for July 9th, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Oh, as far as trades. All right, so at that second high, when we have this big move into that key resistance level that we failed to break through many times before, I would open up a partial short position. There's like a U-shaped dip, right? So like partial short position. You could also, in the midst of that U-shaped dip, open up a long position for a day trade, but it's a little risky. I'd rather go with the partial short U-shaped dip back to a high there, just probably around noontime. And I'd complete that short position at that return back to the high, looking for a closeout after a sharp drop, taking us into a lowest low for the day there around 1 o'clock. And that's where I would exit out of the short position for a good day trade. I'm not really seeing another entry point back in, so we'll just take a look on the 10th when we get to that reading. And that's SPY for July 9th, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go, you know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.